Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the Caiden Cowger program, broadcasting from West Virginia. It is great to have you with us. So I was watching Fox and Friends this morning, and they had an entire segment on there dedicated to making duct tape apparel. Duct tape apparel, like hats and all those accessories and everything. They're making toboggans, they're making necklaces, bracelets, all that. Tell you the things you have to do in order to get clothing in Obama's economy. Am I right? I mean, that's it. So that was my morning. But anyway, I have been really looking into a lot of this stuff that has been occurring regarding the Orlando massacre that took place there in Orlando, Florida, at the gay nightclub, and this has really just been used into two things. It's been used as propaganda to fight quote-unquote homophobia in the country, and they are equating this homophobia as being it's the fault of these radical right-wing Christians. That's who's responsible for all this. Radical Islam? No. This is actually being used as a way to fight Christianity in America, because somehow Christianity is responsible for radicalizing Muslims, I guess. I don't know. That's what they're saying anyway. So you have Christianity as the bad guy in this entire thing, and this Orlando massacre is being used as propaganda to make Christians out to be the culprit in this entire thing. How they're doing it, I have absolutely no idea. Only in America can a radical Muslim go into a gay bar, shoot a whole bunch of people, and Christian conservatives get blamed for it. And the guy also, from what I've been reading, is also a registered Democrat. So a registered Democrat who's a Muslim goes into a gay bar, shoots a whole bunch of gay people, and Christian conservative Republicans get blamed for it. That is what happens in the United States. And I don't know any other country where that would occur. But that is what is happening here. So that's what's taking place here. So we have liberalism being promoted in that aspect of it. And then in the other aspect, you have where gun control is being promoted. President Obama was recently at the Orlando site, was at the Orlando Memorial, and condemned Republicans who opposed gun control, and this was reported by the Washington Free Beacon on June 16th. So I didn't play this audio bit for you, but I have it here. We're going to go ahead and get to it right now. So here it goes. This is President Obama basically stating that Republicans are the ones who are at fault here, and anyone who is in support of AR-15s and ensuring that those remain legal are actually contributing to events like this occurring and are the bad guys here that basically have blood on their hands. Go ahead and listen to this.
This debate needs to change. It's outgrown the old political stalemates. The notion that the answer to this tragedy would be to make sure that more people in a nightclub are similarly armed to the killer defies common sense.
All right, stop it for a second, all right? I would like to remind you that as President Obama was making this speech, he was surrounded by armed bodyguards, by armed Secret Service agents. So why would, when you have this radicalized Islamic extremist that goes into this gay nightclub with firearms and starts shooting up people, how could you possibly say that had one of those attendees in the bar been armed, would have made a difference? How can you honestly say that? I mean, unless you're spreading this homophobia that gay people can't shoot firearms. Really, what would be your explanation for that? Are you homophobic, Mr. President? Gay people can't handle a gun? I guess that's what it sounds like, because, guys, I'm just going to be completely honest with you. Had one of those homosexuals or any of the people in the gay bar been armed, they could have potentially shot that guy and prevented him from, wounding over somewhere around, was it 100 people? Because you had like 50 wounded. You had 49 that were killed. somewhere around there. But anyway, couldn't that number have gone way down? Think so, but this is President Obama's logic. But anyway, keep playing it. This is President Obama at the Orlando Memorial.
And the easy accessibility of assault weapons should meet these families and explain why that makes sense. They should meet with the Newtown families, some of whom Joe saw yesterday, whose children would now be finishing 5th grade, on why it is that we think our liberty requires these repeated tragedies.
Okay, so basically he's using the argument, give me your freedom for some security. And what was it that Benjamin Franklin said? Benjamin Franklin said that anyone who sacrifices freedom for a little bit of security deserves neither. That was Ben Franklin. All right? Had the Newtown school had a pro officer in it, an armed good guy with a firearm that is in law enforcement, that guy probably would have been shot upon entering, dead on arrival. But they didn't have that. Now here in West Virginia, especially in our area, we have pro officers in the school system. You have sheriff deputies that are trained. We also have local law enforcement in the city limits that are in a lot of those elementary schools that are armed. They have a firearm. Why? Because a good guy with a gun can stop a bad guy with a gun. So yeah, the answer to preventing incidents like Newtown is getting a good guy, at least one good guy, with a gun armed in the school systems. And that good guy could be a police officer, a trained police officer, like what we have here, and it has worked out very well. But that's just one solution. So, but I know it's so controversial to liberals to suggest that guns might actually solve this problem of gun violence. But bad guys getting their hands on guns, basically. And I'd also like to point out that this guy that shot up this gay nightclub also legally purchased his firearm. So he passed the background check. Everything was all right. It was all hunky-dory. But now they are trying to come up with new alternatives to prevent him from getting access to a weapon. So keep playing it.
That's not the meaning of liberty. I'm pleased to hear that the Senate will hold votes on preventing individuals with possible terrorist ties from buying guns, including assault weapons. I truly hope that senators rise to the moment and do the right thing. I hope that senators who voted no on background checks after Newtown have a change of heart. And then I hope the House does the right thing.
All right, stop it right there. That's enough. Okay, did you just hear what this guy just said, this liar in chief? I'm sorry, I'm going to call him what he is. He's a liar in chief. He just said, after Newtown, I hope that senators will reconsider background checks. The guy didn't need a background check. The guy that shot up all those kids at Newtown didn't even have to get a background check because it wasn't his weapon. And had he gotten a background check, the guy would have had mental problems. It would have come up. The guy was treated for mental problems. You know where he got the gun? From his mother, who passed a background check. So this background check regulation that President Obama is wanting to put on all the guns would have done absolutely nothing, zilch, in the Newtown massacre that took place at that elementary school. That is just a lie. That is coming out of the White House, coming out of President Obama's mouth, and he knows it. He is just trying to look for different alternatives, different ways in order to enact his anti-gun, gun control agenda. That's really what he's trying to do. He's just looking for various opportunities to get his foot in the door and prevent that door from closing. Just like these corrupt salesmen that come and visit your house. It's exactly what he's doing. He is trying to manipulate and lie and deceive the American people into supporting gun control. And personally, I think that the American people are a lot smarter than that. But this is President Obama. Keep playing it. We're not done with this yet.
And helps end the plague of violence that these weapons of war inflict on so many young lives. I've said this before. We will not be able to stop every tragedy. We can't wipe away hatred and evil from every heart. this world. But we can stop some tragedies. We can save some lives. We can reduce the impact of a terrorist attack if we're smart. And if we don't act, we will keep seeing more massacres like this because we'll be choosing to allow them to happen.
You know, is it important to point out also that this nightclub was supposed to be a gun-free zone? Is that an important factor that needs to be brought up there? Because it's the truth. I mean, guys, and I'm just going to tell you, let's completely face it. You had a gun-free zone at this nightclub. All right, it's full of a bunch of people that are members of the LGBT community, and the majority of LGBTs, not all, but the majority of them are overwhelmingly liberal. Okay, so here you have a bunch of people who probably have never fired a firearm before that are attending this club, and that's assuming because they're progressive. No offense to all the libertarian LGBTs out there. But you're going into basically liberal nirvana, where they don't have any access to firearms. The club, from what I've read, had a no-gun policy. So basically, this is gun-free zone city, and this gunman didn't care about that. He targeted the place, and it was they were all sitting ducks because they had absolutely no access to firearms, and they were helpless. So to say that that is going to make any difference, to say that good guys with guns cannot stop bad guys with guns, that's just so stupid. So stupid. And I don't believe that Obama's that dumb. I think that he has the intention of implementing government control in the United States and wants the government to take over in every avenue that they can possibly get their hands on, that they can possibly obtain. And President Obama is after the guns. The liberals are after the guns because they know that if they are able to successfully take guns away from the American people, they can have full control. That's really what this entire thing is over. And I have another story that I want to get to in the next segment because it is very important. And it's really does reveal, it shows that it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter how many, legislative moves that you make, there's always going to be violence. As soon as the United Kingdom over there in Great Britain decided to regulate guns, decided to implement gun control, you know what happened to their violent crime rate? It skyrocketed, and now the United Kingdom, Great Britain, is one of the highest, they have the highest violent crime rate of all the other countries over there in Europe. And that is since they ended up removing the right to defend yourself. And they implemented gun control over in their country. Violent crime skyrocketed. And now you even have some legislatures over there that are talking about implementing knife control. And that's actually the story that we're going to be getting to that's coming out of China in the next segment. But guys, don't let them tell you, don't let them fool you that they're going to stop just with the guns, all right? If they would successfully take guns away from the American people, they would eventually start going on to the knives because, let's face it, evil people will find various creative ways to murder other people when they want to do it, okay? It doesn't matter if it's a machete. It doesn't matter what it is. They will find ways to kill people. Why? Because they are evil. All right? It doesn't matter how many times you try to take weapons away, how many times you try to ban weapons. It doesn't matter if you try to, hold the gun retailers responsible or hold the gun manufacturers responsible or hold Wolfgang Puck responsible for someone being stabbed with one of his butcher knives, all right? It doesn't make a difference. They're still going to find a way to commit evil acts. Why? Because they're evil. People who are murderous find ways to murder people. Go figure.
Fighting liberalism one lie at a time. Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say it.
J.P. Morgan is now holding a record 55 million ounces of silver. Goldman Sachs and HSBC recently purchased 7.1 tons of physical gold. What do these bankers and mega money managers know that you don't? They're expecting another financial crisis, and over time, they're expecting the value of gold and silver to increase. Silver is trading below its production costs and is predicted to double by 2020. That's why you need our friends at Capital Gold Group. Capital Gold Group offers gold and silver for direct delivery and will not be undersold. If you find a better rate, they will easily match it just for you. Plus, their specialty is precious metals IRA rollovers for the ultimate in IRA security. Be one of the first 20 callers today to receive their free definitive gold guide, plus their exclusive A Sterling Time to Be Buying Silver report. They have an A-plus rating with a Better Business Bureau, so call the experts at Capital Gold Group now and see what investing in gold and silver can do for you. Call now. Call 1-800-932-4108. That is 1-800-932-4108. That is 1-800-932-4108. Once again, that is 1-800-932-4108.
In these uncertain economic times, you've got to do whatever you can to save money. One of our biggest expenses can be our cars, especially when unexpected repair bills hit. Not anymore. If you own a vehicle with less than 130,000 miles, is less than 12 years old, has a warranty about to expire, or even no warranty at all, you could stop paying for car repairs. Roadside assistance, towing, and rental coverage are all included. Don't wait for the next repair. Make one free call right now to see if you qualify. If your vehicle is less than 12 years old, has less than 130,000 miles, even if it's out of warranty, paying for car repairs can become a thing of the past. Call us right now and get your car protected before your next repair bill hits. Get protection and no more repair bills. Call 800-824-9762. Again, 800-824-9762. That's 800-824-9762. 800-824-9762.
All right, guys, let me tell you about our friends at Capital Gold Group. Capital Gold Group is a company that deals with investing in precious metals such as gold and silver. They've been in business for over a decade and have an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. They've been featured on Fox News, Market Watch, Bloomberg, Wall Street Journal, CNBC, Reuters, Fox Business, Financial Times, and Forbes magazine. If you're interested, you can call at 1-800-932-4108. That is 1-800-932-4108. They also offer various ebooks on investing in gold, such as the Definitive Gold Guide. So once again, if you're interested, you can call 1-800-932-4108. That's 1-800-932-4108. You know, running for the presidency is supposed to be about portraying yourself as the most professional candidate fit for the office.
Caiden Cowger.
So what does Hillary Clinton do?
Somebody had to say it.
She barks like a dog.
You know? Who let the dogs out? 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 You know?
Show notes and segments from today's show will be posted at CaidenCowgerProgram.com. If you're on Twitter, just follow Caiden Cowger at Caiden Cowger.
That would be the best decision of your life. Due to a decline in the economy and major car companies filing for bankruptcy, American Auto Protection has announced an extended service plan that is now available to the general public. This plan reduces the cost of auto repair expenses. Maximum Car Care was created to assist qualifying car owners with lowering repair bills of cars under 130,000 miles and under 12 years old. Maximum Car Care works to limit the expense of auto repair bills, roadside assistance, rental coverage, and towing. Their number is 1-800-824-9762. That is 1-800-824-9762. Once again, that is 1-800-824-9762. Maximum Car Care is a proud sponsor of the Caiden Cowger program.
Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say it.
To the Caiden Cowger program, it is great to have you with us. I tell you, since we're talking about guns, one of the great things that West Virginia passed, West Virginia legislature, they made it so 18-year-olds can now conceal carry. You just have to get your permit as soon as you turn 21. Don't have to have a permit. 18-year-olds can also openly carry too, which is really great news. Because, I mean, guys, you know that I've had a lot of death threats. And sometimes you don't know which one's credible, which one might be at risk, and it's concerning. So now having the ability to defend myself, it's really just absolutely great. So over the weekend, we got a side holster for me. So now I can carry it right there on my hip. It's really great. Definitely, able to protect myself now and taking advantage of that. But anyway, guys, talking about what we were referring to or discussing regarding this entire gun control thing, I said there was some I wanted to get to in the next segment, and it's coming out of China. From CNN, a knife welding, it was multiple. From CNN, knife welding attackers killed 29 people and injured 130 at a train station. This was coming out of China. Lu Heiwan said that the slaughter began while she and a friend were standing at the ticket hall of a Chinese train station. Suddenly, many people started running around crazily, she said to a Chinese equivalent of Twitter, or on a Chinese equivalent of Twitter. I don't know how to pronounce that name. But anyway, we saw two people carrying big cleavers, hacking whoever is in the way. They almost got to my back. Then I lost contact with my friend and I saw blood splashing in front of me. 29 people were killed and 130 were injured Saturday night when 10 men armed with long knives stormed the station in the southwest city of Qingyang. The state news agency Engsunka reported. I know I'm mispronouncing that stuff, but I'm trying to make it sound as authentic as possible, so bear with me. Members of a group in northwest China are believed to have carried out the assault, authorities said, and the report referred to them as terrorists. Police said that they killed at least 4 of the attackers and shot and wounded a female suspect. Authorities were searching for the other suspects. The killing spree came out of nowhere. So this is 29 people armed with meat cleavers and knives stormed this Chinese train station, killed 29, injured 130. So are you going to implement knife control now? Are you going to implement meat cleaver control? I mean, seriously, guys, this is what the liberals would be trying to do. We have to prevent stuff like this from happening. So therefore, everyone is going, well, you can't become a vegetarian unless you're not going to cut up your vegetables. But guys, I mean, seriously. What are you going to do in a situation like that once we completely ban all guns and people no longer... Because if they would try that in Texas, or West Virginia now, I mean, now that we have 18-year-olds can carry and you don't have to have a permit after you're 21, you try that here, you're going to get a bullet between the eyes. I'm sorry, but that's just the way that it is. You're not going to be able to get by with that. But hey, over in China, they wounded 29... or killed 29, wounded 130, 30. Yeah. So, I mean, seriously, I guess a liberal answer to that would be, let's implement knife control. I guess eventually, when you start having scissor attacks, everyone's going to have to, you're going to have to regulate scissors to not having those sharp points on the end. They have to be rounded. I'm so disgusted with this liberal America that we're living in. I mean, seriously, does any of this make sense to anybody? I know it makes sense to Obama and his cronies on the liberal left, but that's just because they want to control everybody's lives. They're control freaks. They want to take over the country and they want to implement tyranny. I mean, that is blatantly what they are doing. Because every single time that you try to regulate the First Amendment, or Second Amendment, They were trying to regulate the First Amendment to give them time to do that, but they're trying to regulate the Second Amendment. What's taking place there? What was the creation of the Second Amendment? You had George Washington said that a free people ought to be armed. A free people ought not only be armed and disciplined, but they should have sufficient arms and ammunition to maintain a status of independence from any who might attempt to abuse them, which would include their own government. Thomas Jefferson said, the biggest reason for people to retain the right to keep and bear arms is as a last resort to protect themselves against tyranny and government. What was the creation, the purpose for the creation of the Second Amendment? It was so we would have the ability to defend ourselves against a possibly tyrannical government that would form in the United States. That's why the founders created it. And yes, I memorized those quotes. So don't let Obama and these other imbecile liberals tell you that we need to regulate the Second Amendment, that we need to take away that right from the American people. Fight it with all your might, because the founders knew what they were doing, because they broke away from a tyrannical government that collected their weapons. They know what happens when you have a bunch of insane people that get into power. And believe me, a lot of the politicians we have in Washington, D.C. are insane. You don't believe me? Take a good look at Nancy Pelosi and Dianne Feinstein. All right? We have a bunch of freaks running the country. Okay? So, guys, that's the thing that, really have to understand here. If they take away the guns, they will take your rights away next, because that's one of the rights that they were moving away so they can start going after the others. And that's the truth. But, that's something that people are going to have to realize, because it doesn't stop with the guns. It just keeps on going to the knives. It goes on to these dangerous objects. Probably not going to be able to have a screwdriver anymore. Good luck with that. I mean, that's construction. Yeah, we don't need that anymore. That's where we're at. Speaking of control, San Francisco is setting to ban Navy Blue Angel flyovers, according to what we're receiving here from Breitbart News by Chris Street. While the America mourns an ISIS-inspired terrorist attack, San Francisco's supervisors are on the verge of banning flyovers by world-famous Blue Angels. Isn't that great? Since the celebrated U.S. Navy Marine Corps aerial aerobatic team was formed in 1946 to demonstrate precision flying, the Blue Angels have thrilled over 260 million spectators at air shows across the nation. Each October during the San Francisco Fleet Week, over 100,000 visitors turn out at Pier 39 for 7 days of festivities to celebrate America's armed services. All proceeds from the events go to charities that support Navy and Marine families. The high point of the Fleet Week celebration each year, and the biggest fundraiser is the sale of VIP seats for the afternoon air shows that feature the Blue Angels. Well, apparently, what is taking place now is that San Francisco supervisor John Evolas described the Blue Angel planes as killing machines. He told the... I'm going to read that one more time, and not because I mispronounced anything this time. Listen to this again. San Francisco County Supervisor John Evolas describes Blue Angel planes as killing machines. Maybe I need to say that a little bit more feminine, because, it's an airplane. He told San Francisco Chronicle that they are no longer welcome because it's about the terror that they cause in people when they fly above the neighborhoods. Adding, that's something I hear about all the time when the Blue Angels fly overhead. Oh my gosh. He tweeted, thousands of us in the Civic Center Plaza staring up, gawking at Blue Angels. Strife San Francisco and flip us a bird. He added, warplanes are flying at low altitudes over San Francisco, reminding us of the U.S. imperialism in the for climate and human development.
Some say he's the next Rush Limbaugh.
I tell you, this kid's got 90% of Rush's venom with only 10% of the biomass.
Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say it.
If you've ever been looking for a way to invest your money, gold can be a very good investment. Let me tell you about our friends at Capital Gold Group. Capital Gold Group is one of the best companies in the business dealing with gold and other precious metals. They have an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau and can offer spectacular information on investing in gold. All you have to do is call 1-800-932-4108, and they will give you the knowledge that you need to make an investment. Even if you've just been curious about purchasing gold, this is a great group that can provide you with reliable information. Call 1-800-932-4108 and also ask them about some of their ebooks, such as 10 Shocking Reasons Why You Should Buy Gold and the Definitive Gold Guide. These resources are great for anyone, especially those that are just curious about investing. Call 1-800-932-4108. And some of their products that they offer are quite amazing. I mean, they have the gold bars, they have the gold coins, but they also have this thing called a Valcambi bar. And this is basically just a little bar about the size of a credit card that can fit into your wallet, made up of little grams of gold. So anytime that you just want a gram of gold, you just break one of them off. It's really quite neat. So by all means, contact our friends at Capital Gold Group. Call 1-800-932-4108. That is 1-800-932-4108. Once again, that is 1-800-932-4108.
In these uncertain economic times, you've got to do whatever you can to save money. One of our biggest expenses can be our cars, especially when unexpected repair bills hit. Not anymore. If you own a vehicle with less than 130,000 miles, is less than 12 years old, has a warranty about to expire, or even no warranty at all, you could stop paying for car repairs. Roadside assistance, towing, and rental coverage are all included. Don't wait for the next repair. Make one free call right now to see if you qualify. If your vehicle is less than 12 years old, has less than 130,000 miles, even if it's out of warranty, paying for car repairs can become a thing of the past. Call us right now and get your car protected before your next repair bill hits. Get protection and no more repair bills. Call 800-824-9762. Again, 800-824-9762. That's 800-824-9762. 800-824-9762.
All right, guys, let me tell you about our friends at Capital Gold Group. Capital Gold Group is a company that deals with investing in precious metals such as gold and silver. They've been in business for over a decade and have an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. They've been featured on Fox News, Market Watch, Bloomberg, Wall Street Journal, CNBC, Reuters, Fox Business, Financial Times, and Forbes magazine. If you're interested, you can call at 1-800-932-4108. That is 1-800-932-4108. They also offer various ebooks on investing in gold, such as the Definitive Gold Guide. So once again, if you're interested, you can call 1-800-932-4108. That's 1-800-932-4108. You know, running for the presidency is supposed to be about portraying yourself as the most professional candidate fit for the office.
Caiden Cowger.
So what does Hillary Clinton do?
Somebody had to say it.
She barks like a dog.
You know? Who let the dogs out? 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 You know?
Show notes and segments from today's show will be posted at CaidenCowgerProgram.com. If you're on Twitter, just follow Caiden Cowger at Caiden Cowger.
That would be the best decision of your life. Due to a decline in the economy and major car companies filing for bankruptcy, American Auto Protection has announced an extended service plan that is now available to the general public. This plan reduces the cost of auto repair expenses. Maximum Car Care was created to assist qualifying car owners with lowering repair bills of cars under 130,000 miles and under 12 years old. Maximum Car Care works to limit the expense of auto repair bills, roadside assistance, rental coverage, and towing. Their number is 1-800-824-9762. That is 1-800-824-9762. Once again, that is 1-800-824-9762. Maximum Car Care is a proud sponsor of the Caiden Cowger program.
Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say it.
We have some real sissies running this country. We do. I'm sorry. It's the truth. Somebody had to say it. Play that one more time, man.
Somebody had to say it.
Guys, I tell you. They are banning Blue Angels from flying over San Francisco because his supervisor, what's his name again? John Elvolas, decided that they are killing machines. They are scary. They are frightening. They get me flustered. This is what's coming out of San Francisco. And all the money that's been raised to benefit these Navy organizations that goes to the families, goes to families in the Marine Corps, they're taking away the VIP seating to watch these Blue Angels because the Blue Angels are scary. I mean, what is happening to our country? We are becoming a nation full of sissies. I am sorry, but it's the truth. I wonder what is happening to this nation sometimes. I mean, when you're banning Blue Angels, we watch them every year. Myrtle Beach, you guys know what I'm talking about. We watch every year around 4th of July. Unfortunately, we're not going to be down there around the 4th this year. We're going a few weeks afterwards. But when we're down there at Myrtle Beach during the 4th, what do? They fly the Blue Angels down the coast. Salute along the coast. And it's very enjoyable to all the people who vacation there at Myrtle Beach watching the Blue Angels fly by, waving the American flag. And the people who live in the Myrtle Beach area and along the coast love it. San Francisco? No, we can't have that. Those are scary warplanes. What in tarnation is happening to this country? I mean, what's the sense of even having a military, huh? Who needs military? Who needs an army? We're fine without it. Yeah. They're only preventing this nation being taken over by a bunch of radical Muslims. Oh, no, we don't have. There's no such thing as radical Muslims. If they do become radicalized, it's because of the right-wing Christian zealots. Yeah, that's what we're being told. Christians are responsible for the Orlando, my goodness, that's West Virginia coming out of me. Orlando massacre. Sorry about that. Anyway, Pope is getting bashed. And this is according to Breitbart as well by Thomas Williams, Ph.D., and Dr. Thomas D. Williams. Apparently what is taking place here is that the Pope is getting bashed by the LGBT movement, the lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgenders, for failing to mention gays in the Orlando statement. So that's what's taking place there. So this is the thing that gets me is that when the LGBT community just recently, not recently, like last year maybe, praising the Pope because they believed he was pro-gay and now he's anti-gay. I don't think people know what they believe anymore. I think it's really see, that's why you need to listen to this show and listen to me, because then I can tell you what to believe and save you all the work. So no, I'm kidding. I'm joking. Another thing that we have here, and this is coming from the gatewaypundit.com, but Tucker Carlson has decided to come out against the Speaker of the House, Republican, Paul Ryan, for speaking out against Donald Trump. And Tucker Carlson, who is the head of the Daily Caller, he also works for Fox News, stated that Paul Ryan is working for the Hillary campaign, basically because he's just absolutely making it difficult for Donald Trump to run a successful campaign in the GOP because he keeps going after Trump for nothing, other than, he wants power, and he wants the Republican establishment to remain in power. But anyway, this is from the Gateway Pundit. On Friday, Speaker Ryan threatened to sue Donald Trump in court if he tried to impose a temporary ban on Muslim immigration to America. On Saturday, the Wisconsin Republican told GOP lawmakers to voice their concerns on Donald Trump. It was his latest slap in the face to the record-setting Republican nominee. On Sunday, during Fox and Friends, Tucker Carlson pointed out the obvious. He said Paul Ryan is working for the Hillary Clinton campaign. And it really would appear that way, because why would you be going after your presumptive nominee? And Donald Trump came out on Saturday and stated that, he's sick and tired of it. If the GOP does not support him, and if they will not fundraise for him, if they will not contribute to his campaign, and they will not assist him in running against Hillary Clinton, then that's fine. He will self-fund his general election campaign. And this is an article from our website, CowgerNation.com. And we reported the Republican presumptive nominee Donald Trump told supporters on Saturday that if the GOP abandons his campaign, he will continue to self-fund. Right now, Trump said, I am raising a lot of money for the Republican Party and a lot of beneficiaries to that, and I like doing it, Trump stated. And this was in Las Vegas, Nevada. Life is like a two-way street, right? He said they have to help. Otherwise, I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. I'll just keep funding my own campaign. For me, it's easy that way, he exclaimed. And according to Open Secrets, Trump is already self-financed $43,454,544 to his campaign. So that is quite pretty big number for self-financing. You compare that to Hillary Clinton's of all these donors. I mean, it doesn't even, it doesn't even register what she's contributed to her campaign. If you search it, it doesn't come up. But anyway, going on to another Trump-related issue here. You have where this is a story that was brought up by the Gateway Pundit just here recently, yesterday actually. A 14-year-old girl died after being killed by a drunk driving illegal alien. And this guy had been deported twice, and he hit her on Christmas Eve, just days after Speaker Paul Ryan said that he did not want to basically go full-fledged in support of Donald Trump with previously deported drunk driving illegal aliens. 14-year-old Jenna Barlucci, I believe is how you pronounce it. It's Italian. Died on Saturday from brain injuries caused by a twice-deported drunk driving illegal alien in a head-on crash last Christmas Eve in Clarkson, New York, according to a statement by her parents posted to their church website. So here you have a girl that just died after injuries that she sustained back on Christmas Eve, and she was hit by a drunk driver who was an illegal alien who had been deported twice. And how did he get back into the country? Because we don't have a border. So the best way to combat this entire situation at the border or with illegal aliens is to what? It is to build a wall. And see, I'm going to tell you something else, guys. I actually think that Trump's wall will actually fight racism in the United States. I do. I think it will actually contribute to the destruction of racism against the Mexican people and against Hispanic people. Because if you go and you see a lot of racists that are prejudiced against people who are Hispanic, prejudiced against people who are Mexican, what is it that they say? Why are they prejudiced against them? Oh, those people, they're coming in here illegally and they're taking all our jobs. I'd like to see their green card. That's what they say. I mean, I'm sure that you have heard it from somebody, but that is what they say. And it doesn't matter if they are legally here. It doesn't matter if they're illegally here. Some people just don't care. And, amazingly enough, a lot of them were Democratic voters. No, the person I'm thinking about is a registered Democrat, though. But anyway, so when they are having that mentality, they see someone who's Mexican or they see someone who's Hispanic and they think, oh, that's an illegal. Well, if you build a wall across the border, there's a good chance they're not going to be thinking that anymore. They're going to be thinking, well, we have Trump's border up now. I mean, that's not an illegal guy. That's an American. So it could actually defeat racism here because you stop assuming that people who are Hispanic are here illegally. So that's just, potentially how Donald Trump's Great Wall is going to defeat racism. That's just based upon my observation.
Caiden Cowger. Keeping America straight. Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say it.
If you've ever been looking for a way to invest your money, gold can be a very good investment. Let me tell you about our friends at Capital Gold Group. Capital Gold Group is one of the best companies in the business dealing with gold and other precious metals. They have an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau and can offer spectacular information on investing in gold. All you have to do is call 1-800-932-4108, and they will give you the knowledge that you need to make an investment. Even if you've just been curious about purchasing gold, this is a great group that can provide you with reliable information. Call 1-800-932-4108 and also ask them about some of their ebooks, such as 10 Shocking Reasons Why You Should Buy Gold and the Definitive Gold Guide. These resources are great for anyone, especially those that are just curious about investing. Call 1-800-932-4108. And some of their products that they offer are quite amazing. I mean, they have the gold bars, they have the gold coins, but they also have this thing called a Valcambi bar. And this is basically just a little bar about the size of a credit card that can fit into your wallet, made up of little grams of gold. So anytime that you just want a gram of gold, you just break one of them off. It's really quite neat. So by all means, contact our friends at Capital Gold Group. Call 1-800-932-4108. That is 1-800-932-4108. Once again, that is 1-800-932-4108.
In these uncertain economic times, you've got to do whatever you can to save money. One of our biggest expenses can be our cars, especially when unexpected repair bills hit. Not anymore. If you own a vehicle with less than 130,000 miles, is less than 12 years old, has a warranty about to expire, or even no warranty at all, you could stop paying for car repairs. Roadside assistance, towing, and rental coverage are all included. Don't wait for the next repair. Make one free call right now to see if you qualify. If your vehicle is less than 12 years old, has less than 130,000 miles, even if it's out of warranty, paying for car repairs can become a thing of the past. Call us right now and get your car protected before your next repair bill hits. Get protection and no more repair bills. Call 800-824-9762. Again, 800-824-9762. That's 800-824-9762. 800-824-9762.
All right, guys, let me tell you about our friends at Capital Gold Group. Capital Gold Group is a company that deals with investing in precious metals such as gold and silver. They've been in business for over a decade and have an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. They've been featured on Fox News, Market Watch, Bloomberg, Wall Street Journal, CNBC, Reuters, Fox Business, Financial Times, and Forbes magazine. If you're interested, you can call at 1-800-932-4108. That is 1-800-932-4108. They also offer various ebooks on investing in gold, such as the Definitive Gold Guide. So once again, if you're interested, you can call 1-800-932-4108. That's 1-800-932-4108. You know, running for the presidency is supposed to be about portraying yourself as the most professional candidate fit for the office.
Caiden Cowger.
So what does Hillary Clinton do?
Somebody had to say it.
She barks like a dog.
You know? Who let the dogs out? 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 You know?
Show notes and segments from today's show will be posted at CaidenCowgerProgram.com. If you're on Twitter, just follow Caiden Cowger at Caiden Cowger.
That would be the best decision of your life. Due to a decline in the economy and major car companies filing for bankruptcy, American Auto Protection has announced an extended service plan that is now available to the general public. This plan reduces the cost of auto repair expenses. Maximum Car Care was created to assist qualifying car owners with lowering repair bills of cars under 130,000 miles and under 12 years old. Maximum Car Care works to limit the expense of auto repair bills, roadside assistance, rental coverage, and towing. Their number is 1-800-824-9762. That is 1-800-824-9762. Once again, that is 1-800-824-9762. Maximum Car Care is a proud sponsor of the Caiden Cowger program.
Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say it.
Hey, you never know. I could be right. I wonder what they would do, because the liberals have been, when they voted for Obama, they thought, oh, this is going to defeat racism, period. And then it actually made it worse because Obama started, race baiting and everything. But if Donald Trump's border wall would actually cause people to stop recognizing, Hispanics as being automatic, they're an illegal. Wonder what liberals would do, because there are people that do that. I mean, there are people that they see someone that is, in the mall or something, because I've heard people do it. I was walking behind a few people in Meadowbrook Mall one time, and I overheard them make a comment derogatory against two people that I think were here legally. I mean, they seemed American to me. But to those people apparently that were in front of us, they didn't feel that way, and they were making derogatory terms and said, oh, there are two that are probably here illegally now. So, I mean, guys, that could potentially fight racism in the United States when you think about it, because if you secure the border, are you still going to have people that are going to be saying, well, there's two Hispanics right there, they're in here, they're in this country illegally? I'm sure you're going to have a few, but I think it'd be a lot less likely. So that might be a way to get beyond it. I mean, that's just, my belief on the entire thing. So you never know. It could happen, could not happen, but that's just something to think about. But anyway, another thing that I have up here is that you have the Senator Jeff Sessions, great conservative, that stated that he does not believe that there is going to be a revolt at the Republican convention. And Donald Trump has also stated that he does not believe that there's going to be a revolt at the Republican convention. He believes it's just a bunch of horse hockey that is coming out of the media to get ratings and really doesn't mean anything. He thinks so. He specifically called it a hoax and said that the press was the ones that were responsible for spreading that ridiculous rumor, and he stated that in Las Vegas on Saturday. So Trump is saying it's a hoax. It's not going to happen. You have Jeff Sessions that is saying that there's not going to be a revolt at the Republican convention to overthrow Trump. So, that could be very well accurate. But anyway, another thing that we have here is that people are becoming a little bit concerned regarding the Supreme Court decision, coming up. And by Supreme Court decision, I'm not talking about a ruling. I'm talking about the replacement for Scalia, because now it's under question how long Thomas is going to be in there. And apparently, from what we are reading here at the Washington Examiner, Justice Clarence Thomas, a reliable conservative, vote on the Supreme Court, is looking at retirement after the presidential election, according to court watchers. Thomas, appointed by former President George H.W. Bush and approved by the Senate after a bitter confirmation, has been considering retirement for a while and never planned to stay until he died, they said. He likes to spend his summers in his RV with his wife. His retirement would have a substantial impact on the control of the court. The next president is expected to immediately replace a seat opened by the death of Justice Antonin Scalia, providing a one-vote edge in the court that is currently divided at 4-4. So, once again, this also goes to show you why we desperately need Donald Trump in there. We have to elect a Republican if we want to see even the possibility of a Republican being appointed on the Supreme Court. Because if we don't get a Republican president, guess what? That means that Hillary Clinton will be the person that appoints the next Supreme Court justice that fills Antonin Scalia's seat, and that also potentially fills Clarence Thomas's seat. So there you lose two conservative seats to two liberals. And that is just going to absolutely make it even difficult for us to do anything anymore, because they have demonstrated very well that they are not beyond using the Supreme Court to manipulate the Constitution into destroying conservative legislation and basically, in a sense, passing liberal legislation without even going through the legislative branch or the executive branch. So anyway, guys, I want to thank you for listening to us tonight. For more information on the Caiden Cowger program, go to CaidenCowgerProgram.com. And for the latest news exposing the left, go to CowgerNation.com. Thank you, God bless, and God save this nation.